Hey folks, welcome to the 19th Isometria devlog. This week I have new items to show you, some UI updates, and some placeable water tiles that were added to the game. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the future, such as networking and multiplayer into Isometria. I think it's an absolute must and it needs to happen, and the sooner the better. Over the next couple weeks I'll be shifting my focus towards coding that. It's going to require a lot of code rewrites, changes, and updates. And over the next couple of weeks, I doubt there's going to be a lot of additional things added to the game. Hopefully, within a month or two, we'll have a working multiplayer. The first order of business is the discussion of new items and changes to the way items work in the game. First off, we've improved the performance of items in general in the game world by combining them as they're created. So now when you cut down large amounts of grass, for instance, you'll get one pickup, one or two maybe, depending on how close they are. This was done to help with performance, especially as large amounts of small objects were destroyed, and we'll get to why that was important in just a bit. Another important change that's been added is the ability for the game to actually save the item that's in your hand. So now when you exit the game with items in your hand, and then you load back in, that same item will be in your hand. Previously, it was just destroyed, and that's not good. No one wants that. Buckets have been added to the game. They are created with iron bars, and you can craft them at an iron anvil. So what's with buckets? Buckets allow you to pick up liquids in the game from liquid tiles, such as water, or in the future, maybe some lava or ooze or slime or something like that. For now, there's only buckets of water, but they do exist. In order to make a bucket of water, all you have to do is walk towards a water tile, and that crafting option will be available to you. What can you do with water? Well, we've now added the ability to create water tiles. So water floor and shallow water floor are now craftable using water buckets, or buckets of water. And now you can place water tiles into the game world. They only are placed at the lowest possible level. You can't just place them high up, but maybe that changes in the future. But for now, water tiles can be placed into the world. Dirt walls and windows have also been added as another construction material. You'll be able to create dirt walls and windows fairly easily just by shoveling up dirt into the game world. A set of new Agave Wands has been added to the game. The Agave Wands come in the form of lightning, fire, and ice, as do the other wands. However, these shoot 3 projectiles, which do a considerable amount of damage, but they cost a lot more power to shoot. The last item added this week is the addition of the bomb. Bombs can now be crafted using iron and stray mushrooms that you'll find in the caves and Agave hatchery. The bombs that you create can be used to destroy just about anything in the game. I've been having a whole lot of fun this week, just testing them, implementing them, and making them better in general. Before, I mentioned that items on the ground needed to be combined, and, well, it's because of these bombs. As you destroy so much grass is created that the game started lagging. Bombs are super fun, and I especially like how the explosion turned out, and I hope you like it too. They also chain react. Minor changes to the UI have been implemented, specifically the introduction of a slightly higher resolution. As you can maybe tell from previous videos, the UI is a little bit smaller than it was. That's because the entire game has been increased in potential resolution for a relatively small performance hit. We're still running at close to 300 frames per second on my machine, which is got a processor from about, I don't know, 3 years ago. So I'd expect that most people should be able to run at this level, maybe a little less if you're on a laptop. Other changes to the UI include the addition of this little small button down here next to your meters to hide whatever power orb or stamina orb or health orb inventory you don't necessarily want to see or need. That's it for this week, folks. I hope you enjoyed the content. I might not post too much in the coming weeks, depending on how hard this network implementation goes, but I'll be sure to at least keep you informed on changes and things that I'm going to implement.